back to my channel. I'm Juliana, and in today's video we'll be talking about expectations. So a lot of people have talked about how expectations can affect us negatively, and I feel like expectations in the family system have not been talked about so much. So I'm going to be talking about how our expectations can cause a lot of problems in the family system. And some of the problems can be anger, resentment, hatred, and all those kind of unnecessary tension in the family system. First of all, expectations are our beliefs of what may happen or what we want to happen to us. And in the family system, for example, expectations can be our beliefs of what someone in our family can do for us as individuals. And some of these expectations can go from husband to wife, parents to children, children to parents, siblings, among external relatives such as uncles and aunties. So some of these expectations that we have are causing a lot of problems for us, and some of these expectations even are not things that we are entitled to, but because we make them entitlement issues, it's causing a lot of problems in the family system. So let's get right into the video. So first of all, expectations that parents have towards their children, such as parents thinking that when they take care of their children, they will come back and take care of them, is a very it's a kind of expectation that causes a lot of problems when the child grows up and is not able to meet those expectations. For example, if I'm a parent and I expect that when my children grow up, or when I take care of my children and they grow up and they are well to do, they come back and build me a house, buy me a car, forgetting that those children will grow up and also have responsibilities to take care of, can cause a lot of resentment when that child or when those children are not able to provide us with a house or a car or whatever our needs may be. And for me, I feel like even having that expectation in the first place is a very wrong thing to have, because it is your responsibility to take care of your child, whether or not they come back and provide you with your need or provide you with your expectations. You have to take care of your children, and you don't have to expect them to do anything for you in return as a parent. And also, expectations that children have towards their parents, like children can have expectations that their parents or relatives should buy them the latest things in town, provide them with a luxurious life or a more enjoyable life. Can be a very bad expectation to have as a child. And me, for instance, growing up, I used to have expectations of my parents to let me travel around, see places, buy me the latest things in town. And for a long time, this expectation made me feel like I wasn't loved by my parents or I wasn't cared for enough. But as I grew up and I realized that those things are not, because they provided me with my basic needs such as food, shelter, clothing, and education, and the basic things that every human being needs to survive, they were providing it. But because they were not providing the extra stuff that I expected them to do for me as a child, I began to feel less loved or cared for from my parents. And this caused a lot of resentment in me towards my parents, because I always thought that they didn't love me and my siblings, because it was not only me they were doing this to. But I realized that even in the first place, those things are not necessities. And also, the things that I even wanted them to provide for me were not things that would enhance my life in a positive, like they were not things that would make me feel like more human or less human. They were just things that I would use to remember moments and things like that. So as I realized that it was not a responsibility of my parents to provide me those things, and it was just a privilege to have those kind of things. I began to feel more loved, and I began to understand that certain things are just like ideas or perceptions or imaginations that we have, and when they are not met, you don't have to feel bad or feel sad that your parents or your aunties or uncles cannot do those things for you. And also expectations that uncles have from their brothers and sisters or other relatives can cause a lot of resentment. For example, if maybe an extended family member thinks that because their uncle or auntie has a lot of money or has a lot of possessions, they have to come and share, take part in it, can cause a lot of resentment. You don't know, those aunties and uncles don't have any idea how the person is coping with those resources and even the plans of the person, but they expect that the person will forgo all their plans and come back and cater to their needs, or and they are expecting them to do it like consistently, and once, maybe only once or twice, they are not able to meet those expectations, they begin to tag them as wicked, and maybe and it causes a lot of anger and hatred between the family system. I don't know whether you are getting what I'm saying, but all I'm trying to explain is that those kind of expectations we have from our family members to do something for us, the roots of all these expectations are our entitlement issue, because we feel like because they are our relative or because they are our parents or because they are our children, we are entitled to expect them to do something for us. Meanwhile, if they do it for us, it's a privilege for them and us to be able to live harmoniously and expect that we do good to one another, but it's not something that should cause a lot of anger or bitterness in you to the extent that you feel like the person you are expecting to do something for you is not able to do it. So in today's video, the bottom line is stop expecting people to do things for you, and stop being entitled to your children, your parents, your aunties and uncles because they have enough, or because you don't know how they are managing. You feel like you are entitled to have your way or have your expectations met. Stop being expectant and start doing things for yourself. Start thinking about how to improve your life, and stop expecting things from your relatives. So if you like today's video was quite intense, and I feel like I've seen a lot of people complain too much about their expectations of their family members which are not being met, and I sometimes feel like they don't owe you the things you expect them to do. So if they don't do it for you, why do you feel angry, or why do you feel sad, or why do you feel hatred towards somebody that doesn't owe you a dime? So if you like today's video, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and leave a comment on how you feel about the topic we just talked about. Thank you. Bye.